I'm Mark Mackler, and we're in Lewistown, Montana on Big Spring Creek. I've owned the property since '94. The family's owned it for a long time, since the 40s probably.
Well, the creek had a real problem, and it was really kind of a ugly mess. You might say it was a deep gouge, running fast and high most of the time. Fishing-wise, I suppose might be able to catch a fish if he was fast.
In 1961, this creek had been straightened, and the landowner had always wanted to bring the creek back into a more natural, meandering state.
There was a lot of people that weren't happy about it, and so when I purchased the property myself in 1994, then the first thing my dad said to me, it was a half hour after I bought it, he says, well, now we got to start figuring out how to fix it.
The negatives with a straight stream are several things. One, as a stream meanders around, it is using up a lot of energy. And so when you straighten a stream, then it stores all that energy. And so what happens is that energy actually gets kind of stored upstream, and it can cause a lot of instability. So at the upstream end of the reach, rather than having what you would expect maybe like a 3 or 4 foot bank, it had down cut, and we had a 10 or 13 foot tall bank.
The stream wants to get back meandering again, and that's what it was trying to do. And when it tries to do it, well, that's where we see the erosion, the side cutting of the banks, and the actual stream bed floor itself is trying to eat it away so it can get back to doing that. In 2003, the Fergus Conservation District partnered with the NRCS for the funds to create a feasibility study on how to do it as far as remeandering the channel. And in 2010, we sponsored through the NRCS the actual design work for this particular system that you see.
There's 2 horseshoes in this project. We completed the lower horseshoe and left a plug at the upper end of it. Then we opened the plug up, turned the water down the lower horseshoe, completed all the work in the channel, and then we constructed the upper horseshoe from the downstream end coming up. Had all the work done in it before we opened up the live water to it. So, I mean, it's really easy to do when you have it very well planned out, and this was very planned.
In a straightened stream, we don't have a lot of diversity of aquatic habitat. And so by remeandering the stream, we restore that diversity of the aquatic habitat. And also, this project in particular was unique in that we recreated a floodplain. So we gave the channel a place to flood and exchange nutrients with the landscape.
Flooding, it regenerates the soils around the stream in that riparian area. As the floodwaters get out, it drops a lot of the sediment that's carried in your spring high flows. Also, the energy of the stream, rather than being contained in that natural confined channel and causing a lot of bank erosion, it's able to release and get out and flow in a much calmer, slower state where it doesn't do the damage.
When they decided to do that creek, we thought it was a great way to do it and to improve the land, not just to make it a better fishing hole, but to make it an improvement on the land.
We're really hoping that it turns into a more extensive riparian area, and that of course provides a lot of habitat for you know, the terrestrial land roaming wildlife too. Whereas before in the straight section they had farmed pretty close up to the edge, and then the trailer courts on the backside, they were on the opposite edge of the creek, and so there really wasn't much for habitat from a riparian standpoint.
We're gonna have lots of native trees and grasses and stuff for birds and deer, and none of the creek will be ever grazed again. So it'll be stable for habitat for birthing of deer fawns and pheasants.
Hopefully in a few years you won't be able to tell we were here.
It's a good piece of property now. It's creek accessible. We hope that everybody enjoys it.
The community has had nothing but very positive things to say about it. Everybody you talk to just thinks it was tremendous. A lot of people are already down here fishing it. Said it's a great fishery already. I've had several old timers come up to me and thank me for doing it.
You couldn't ask for a better bunch of people to work with. Everybody cooperated together, had a goal in mind, and everybody was focused towards its goal to getting it done, and it worked.
The result is jaw-dropping as far as I'm concerned. It was a dream come true for me to be able to look at that, and first thing my wife says is, "The water looks happy."